When I was 14, I planned my wedding.
This one's wife, you are going to be replaced. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife invariably faces both ways at once. That is entirely commensurate with the behaviour of the narcissist. On the one hand, she labels the royal family as racist, but then decides that she wants her daughter to have the nickname of one of those members of the royal family that she deemed to be racist. Shows her hypocrisy, doesn't it? She doesn't want to have anything to do with the royal family, yet continues to use the title of Duchess of Sussex. She doesn't want to have anything to do with the royal family, yet continues to trade on that connection and behave with faux royal tours and a faux court in Monte Shit Show. She both wants to get rid of the royal family, but utilise it at the same time. She doesn't see that there is any contradiction in those actions because her narcissism prevents her from doing so. But there is a considerable threat on the horizon in the terms of her and Harry being replaced by a couple that have some similarities with regard to the royal family. Namely, one member of the couple was born of the royal family and married someone who was outside of it, outside of royalty as a whole, outside of the gentry. Similar to this one's wife and Harry. These individuals have plotted a course which this one's wife would want also, in that they are well liked, they've made money, they're comfortable in the limelight, and they have maintained a connection with the royal family and maintained good relations, apart from, of course, with this one and this one's wife. All of this is particularly threatening to this one's wife. Here comes a couple doing what this one's wife wants to do, but actually succeeding, whereas she fails because she's an abject loser. The things they do are praised. People want to work with them. People want to endorse and sponsor them, unlike this one's wife. And not only are they doing precisely the type of thing that this one's wife would like to be able to do, but getting it right, there is the suggestion that they could be given a more prominent role, which would in effect exclude this one's wife and Harry all the more, rendering them completely redundant. Rendered redundant is an horrific phrase for the narcissist to hear, because the narcissist must matter. And something that happens which causes her not to matter is like a death blow. The Mail, through Bridie Pearson-Jones, tells us, with 3 of the 4 most senior royals out of action in the coming weeks, many gaps in their busy engagement schedules will need to be filled. But a slimmed-down monarchy has left the burden of duty with Queen Camilla, Prince Edward, Princess Anne, and the Duchess of Edinburgh. Many royal watchers will now be looking at the non-working Windsors to step up the mantle, as Prince William stays by his wife's side while she recovers from abdominal surgery and Charles undergoes an operation for an enlarged prostate. While the obvious choice to fill these gaps may be Eugenie and Beatrice, who are both princesses and 9th and 11th in line to the thrones respectively, it would appear that Zara and Mike Tyndall are better placed to take on engagements. The couple who live together on Princess Anne's Gatecombe estate in Gloucestershire already have a closeness with the Wales family, are very popular with the public, something this one's wife would love to be, and have been hailed by experts as bringing a bit of normality to the royal family. Again, this one's wife saw herself as doing that as an outsider joining the royal family, but she failed. Both professional sports people Their recent trip to Australia for the Magic Millions competition saw them receive a hugely positive reception internationally. Despite being only 21st in line to the throne and not having a title, Zara is the 4th most popular living royal. Shit on you, this one's wife. Popular only behind William, Kate and Anne, while Beatrice and Eugenie rank 10th and 11th. Eugenie also spends most of her time in Portugal, while Beatrice splits her time between the United States and the United Kingdom. Zara and Mike, however, have their feet firmly on British soil, with school-aged children and jobs in the United Kingdom. Giles Kenningham, founder of PR and public affairs consultancy Trafalgar Strategy, said that Zara and Mike are cementing themselves as the biggest earners in the royal family, as Harry and this one's wife have become tarnished. Zara and Mike are sports stars in their own right, so they have more clout than other members of the royal family. They've both earned millions from sponsorship deals. Ooh, can you hear this one's wife? Simmering fury coming to the fore like a boiling kettle. Yes, of course you can. And they've done this while staying close to the royal family. Perhaps it's time they traded in their deals for a role in the firm. Charles is obviously not going to be able to undertake engagements. Princess of Wales can't. Big Willie Styley's out of the way, looking after the children and catering to his wife's recovery. It's likely, therefore, that Queen Camilla, Princess Anne, Prince Edward and the Duchess of Edinburgh could now take on any public engagements that both the King and the Princess of Wales are unable to honour. Zara's mother, Princess Anne, is often lauded as one of the hardest working royals, and it's thought the couple could further warm to the public if they followed in her footsteps. They both have big followings. Mike with his podcast. Oh, a successful podcast. Oh, is that some crockery I hear smashing over there in Monty's shit show as the Wicked Witch of the West thinks to herself, he's got a podcast that works. Mine didn't. And Zara with an equestrian career. Oh, a career! Something you don't have, this one's wife. So they have more credibility than others. They're often pictured out with their children, unlike you, this one's wife, and seem more like a normal family than a royal one, making them relatable and marketable. Ow! Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Harry and this one's wife have become somewhat tarnished, which makes them the premier royal couple when it comes to deals. Oh! This one's wife wants to be the premier royal couple when it comes to deals. No fair! Stamp that cloven hoof. But she can't be, because the Tyndalls are out manoeuvring them. Mike Tyndall has been an asset to the royal family in that he's a connection to normal people. Brenda Emanuel said, she's a journalist, he's got a great sense of humour and he's made them a very modern family. They live their own lives and make their own decisions. The public doesn't pay for them. They're practical and accessible, the most normal and delightful couple. Imagine this is what this one's wife would want to be said about her, but it's not. They're keen to do their own thing and pay their own way. Sponsorship is carefully crafted to enhance brand Tyndall, and they're making the most to be seen as the embodiment of country life. So they're just absolutely kicking ass. There's then commentary about Mike Tyndall and how he's an amiable individual and how he gets on well with Prince William, the closeness of the cousins, and it then tells us about their £30 million fortune. Yes, Spondulix galore. Zara has a deal worth £500,000 with Musto. Mike has a cannabis oil deal of £50,000. Zara gets £200,000 from Land Rover. Mike gets over £325,000 from rugby because, of course, he spent 17 years playing rugby before his retirement in 2014. Zara gets £100,000 from Rolex. Mike does a deal with Domino's. Some pizza. He gets a Pizza the Action. Couldn't help myself there. £300,000 there. Zara gets £125,000 from the Magic Millions deal, and Mike £150,000 from his Amazon adventure. He appeared in an Amazon Prime TV ad last year and delivered a comedic performance alongside former teammate Haskell. Digital health passport they're involved in for £200,000. Mike was on I'm a Celebrity, got 150 grand there. Zara has a jewellery range, gets £80,000 from that. Mike undertakes speaking engagements, making £100,000. Thus, they're doing the very things that this one's wife believes that she and Harry should be doing. Endorsements, speaking engagements, and they're popular. I think this one's wife is about to explode as she realises the fact that the Tyndalls could make them utterly irrelevant, and this has been seen by journalists and PR people alike. It puts into sharp focus just how disliked this one's wife is and how that has impacted upon her marketability. You contrast what she does, or perhaps more accurately what she doesn't do, with everything that I've just described in relation to the Tyndalls. They're popular, they're hardworking, they're well liked, they're down to earth, they've got connections with the royal family, they've built up a fortune, and they've done so in a way whereby people don't dislike them. Contrast that with the lazy, entitled, grifting reputation that this one's wife has, and you'll see that this is a real present danger of her and Harry being replaced, which of course is a death blow for a narcissist. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.